The New York Knicks take care of Victor Wembanyama's debut in Madison Square Garden. They beat the San Antonio Spurs by a final score of 126 to 105. Pretty much a domination from start to finish. Victor Wembanyama's debut in Madison Square Garden didn't go so great. Mitchell Robinson did a great job on him. Isaiah Hartenstein did a great job on him. Just a great all-around team effort. And what we're seeing is consistency from a lot of the players. A lot of the players from the New York Knicks we're seeing consistency from. We're seeing consistency from R.J. Barrett, who has simply been incredible to start the season. 5 and 9 from 3 from R.J. Barrett tonight, 24 points. Jalen Brunson starting to get back in his groove, starting to be more efficient. 25 points for JB. Julius Randle, these past couple of games have started to look like his normal self. 23 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists for Julius Randle. We love to see that from Julius Randle. Yeah, just a total domination from the New York Knicks. And look, Spurs are a young team, but this is what you're supposed to do to these teams in Madison Square Garden. You're supposed to take care of business on your home court. And now the New York Knicks have won back-to-back games in Madison Square Garden. And there's a lot of avenues we can go with during this game, right? I mean, first of all, the Knicks had 1 turnover in the second half. They played tremendous basketball, clean basketball. This was like a perfect game for the New York Knicks. They had 28 assists as a team. Awesome. 7 steals. Mitchell Robinson, how many offensive rebounds did Mitchell Robinson have tonight? 5 offensive rebounds from Mitchell Robinson tonight. Just continues to dominate on that side of the ball. Julius Randle, 16 offensive rebounds. Manuel quickly continues to look awesome. I mean, his pull-up mid-range jump shot is simply automatic, and his three-point shot has been awesome as well. But, yeah, this was an amazing game. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. And granted, it was against a Spurs team, but like I said, everything was clicking on the New York Knicks. And Joshua in the chat, man, what's going on? MSG is more than the Garden, especially when it's packed with Knick fans. Big Task, what's going on in the chat? Just chopping it up, man. New York Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs 126-105. Hey, all the talk, all the hype around this game, right, for Victor Wembanyama, and you could tell he had those MSG jitters to start the game. It didn't really go so smoothly for him. Started to get it going in the second half there, but hey, he's 19. He's a young kid. His future is bright as hell for this kid. I mean, he's so raw and so talented, but Mitchell Robinson made him look like Evan Mobley and Jared Allen out there, right? Mitchell Robinson made him look, nervous, and I'm just loving what we're seeing from Mitch. And, hey, Wembanyama's first game in MSG, he's going to have hiccups like this, but he's going to be an amazing player. 14 points for Wembanyama, 9 rebounds, 4-14 from shooting. Not a great night from Wembanyama. Josh says iHeart is becoming a huge plus. I'm glad you brought up Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh, because him coming in off the bench, first of all, Isaiah Hartenstein can start on a lot of teams in this league, right? He can start on a lot of teams in this league, and him coming in off the bench, he scored tonight. 13 points for Arhart, 3 rebounds, 2 steals for He just does all the little things. He just brings that, toughness off the bench that we need. And, replacing him, replacing Mitchell Robinson with Isaiah Hartenstein, that gives opponents, nightmare scenarios, because Isaiah Hartenstein is, just as good as Mitch. And, Mitchell Robinson's the better offensive rebound, but iHeart does things better in his own way. The chemistry with Isaiah Hartenstein and Emmanuel Quickly, what they have coming in off the bench is awesome. They form chemistry together, and Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench, great game for him. And, like I said, great game all around. Knicks were hitting on all cylinders all around. Big Taz says Mitch runs the yard when you run that commissionary. Mitchell Robinson, man, he's playing with a swag to him right now. And he's playing with a tremendous swag to him, and I'm loving it, man. No one can stop him in terms of grabbing an offensive rebound. Best offensive rebounding big in the NBA, and he's just going to continue to dominate. And it's honestly, watching him play and watching him grab those loose balls and watching him get all of those offensive rebounds, we're all just sitting back and just in awe of it, because it's simply amazing. And he's awesome, man. Dainty, man, what's going on? Monster Mitch, baby. Monster Mitch. Yo, best offensive rebound in the NBA. Best rebound. He's scoring too. What I liked about Mitchell Robinson and the New York Knicks today is that in the first quarter, don't know if you guys noticed it, but they tried getting Mitchell Robinson more involved in the offensive end. They tried getting him more lobs. Jalen Brunson hit him with a lob pass in the first quarter. Josh Hart tried to hit him with a lob pass in the first quarter as well. So, they heard us loud and clear. We want Mitchell Robinson to get more, involved in the offensive end, even though he's, limited on that side of the ball. But he can catch lobs, and he's been open. And the Knicks tried to get him involved in the first quarter, so we love to see that as well. Joshua says he can pass and has good floor spacing. Yeah, you're talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. Mitch, too. Isaiah Hartenstein can pass as well, man. His passing skills are underrated. Like I said, coming in off the bench, has a chemistry with the bench unit already, especially with Emmanuel quickly. It's awesome. iHeart's passing abilities, his vision on the court is simply incredible. Replacing Mitchell Robinson with iHeart, you're not losing a beat there. You're not really losing a beat there. Tyrone, man, what's going on in the chat? We're about to get on a hot streak. Watch out. I believe our next game is against the Hornets, right? I think we play the Hornets. So, winnable games here at home. We took care of business against the San Antonio Spurs. And this is now back-to-back wins in Madison Square Garden, which we needed. We needed to win on our home court. Big win versus the LA Clippers, right? We had all the big three coming into Madison Square Garden, all the hoopla. Everyone's trying to blow that situation out of proportion. And then the New York Knicks beat them. Wembanyama had the hype coming into MSG, and for good reason, right? First game, 19-year-old kid. Like I said, his future is going to be great in this league. Spurs the Spurs beat the Suns early on in the season. So Spurs are a young up-and-coming team. A win is a win, man. I'm taking it, man. I mean, you're winning these games at home. I'm taking it to the bank, and it's just a great all-around win, man. I mean, what I loved about this game is that the 28 assists on the Knicks end. Because we're sharing the ball. We're starting to get our offensive rhythm back. We're starting to get into a flow on offense. And we already know the New York Knicks are one of the best defensive teams, have been one of the best defensive teams to start the season. Their defense has not been a problem. It's been the offense. And when you're getting great performances out of Randall, Brunson, and Barrett, essentially your big three, you're not going to lose too many of those games. And then when you pair that with the dominance of Mitchell Robinson, when you pair that with Emmanuel quickly coming in off the bench and continuing to be consistent, continuing to, have his confidence. He's playing with a swagger too, man. I love it. 8 of 17 from IQ, 3 and 9 from 3, 19 points from IQ. When you compile all of that together, it's hard to beat this team, and which is why a lot of us Knicks fans, came into the season thinking like, yo, this is going to be a hard team to beat come playoff time and during the season, because all this camaraderie and with everyone hitting on all cylinders, we were just waiting for guys to get their legs under them, and it seems like we're starting to get our legs under us, guys. We're starting to get our legs under us. Butterbeat in the chat, what's going on? Good win. Ball movement to get the best shot was key. Buzzbeater couldn't agree more. Ball movement was there. Efficiency was there. And, yeah, everything was there. Big Taz says, damn, I meant to say when you can. You see in front of the I know what you meant to say. Joshua says the Knicks didn't get the memo that we were supposed to fold. Big Taz says, yo, Vic, there's levels to this. Yo, I mean, it's what the MSG crowd was chanting overrated at some point in this game, which I got to chuckle at. It's welcome to New York, Victor. It's not going to be easy. I mean, I'm sure you're going to have your ups and downs during your rookie year, but this, quote unquote homecoming game for Victor Wembanyama in MSG wasn't so great. 14 points out of him, 9 rebounds, 14 from the field. Look, he didn't look right out there, man. I mean, the Knicks, credit to the Knicks defensively. They had a plan. They stuck to it. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, they were throwing a lot of Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein out there with him as well. Coach Popovich loved to stagger Victor Wembanyama, and the New York Knicks had an answer for, that as well, man. Our second team looking spicy. Joshua in the chat says, yeah, man, I mean, I wanted to talk about more about RJ Barrett, but Josh, you're right. Our second team is looking amazing. I mean, Dante DiVincenzo, Dante hit 1-3 tonight, 1 of 6 from the field. You're going to have nights like this. You're going to have, like last game, Dante DiVincenzo had his coming out game, right, where he was awesome versus the LA Clippers. And this game, you're going to have guys like take turns, sort of, right? This game, Emmanuel Quickly, awesome. I mean, Quickly's been awesome all year, but you're going to have games like this. And Josh Hart, we didn't need him to score, but 5 rebounds, 1 of 3. His defense was amazing tonight, and that's all we needed from Josh Hart. But guys, RJ Barrett, man. I mean, his first couple of games, and then he had the knee injury, so he was out a couple of games. And this first like couple of weeks for RJ Barrett has been truly promising, man. I mean, what I'm loving from RJ Barrett is his efficiency from 3-point land, and obviously, 3 of 3 tonight from the free throw line. Love to see that. But 5 of 9 from the 3-point line tonight, 8 of 17 from the field, 6 assists for RJ Barrett. You love to see that, man. Compare that with his points. He's just playing with swagger out there. He's playing with confidence. And he's coming this year, man. He usually starts slow, but not this year. I mean, he's efficient. He's playing with confidence. And one thing that's separating him right now is his defense. Because last season, remember, RJ Barrett took a step back defensively. But now, not anymore, man. He's playing awesome. Can't say anything bad about RJ Barrett. He's just been awesome for this team. And he's been a reason why, we've sort of turned the corner here a little bit, got dicey there, but I just love what I'm seeing from RJ, man. I just love what I'm seeing from RJ, man. This dude, man, I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it. Buzzerbeater says Randall was still forcing a few shots, and we're still giving up open mid-range jump shots early in the offensive possessions we should take. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't really have any complaints tonight, so if you want to nitpick at that, I mean, I didn't really notice that too much, but sure. I mean, Randall, 8 of 19 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. This is way better than what we got from Randall early on in the season. I mean, these past couple of games, it's looking like he's Julius Randle, right? It's looking like he's got his feet underneath him. So, Buzzbeard, I mean, if you want to nitpick at that, I mean, I just think that Knicks played if I were to give this game a grade, an A, like an A. I mean, there's no complaints, man. You shared the ball. You were efficient. You hit your free throws. 15 to 22 from the line. That's one thing. Randall was 5 of 8 from the line. He missed 3 free throws. But, 15 to 22 from the line, still got to clean that up. But, I'm not going to really complain about that. It is what it is. Knicks 100 GM, do y'all know how hard it is to shut down Horford, Brown, and Pritchard? Celtics, I think they lost to the 76ers tonight, right? You could tell, Tyrone says, you could tell Wemby was nervous when the game first started. He was taking deep breaths. New York bright lights will have you like that. Yeah, you could tell Wembanyama was nervous. I mean, you could tell he was nervous. I mean, he was taking deep breaths, and 19-year-old kid coming to the MSG during your first game is going to be, all the lights are going to be shined on you. And you could tell that, the proof is in his stats. 14 points, 14 from the field. I mean, he was nervous. I mean, and most of that had to do with the defense, man. Knicks had a good defensive plan on Wembanyama tonight. That's for damn sure. Big Taz says that boy RJ Barrett is a bad boy. Yo, he's a bad man. RJ Barrett is a bad man. Buzzerbeater says I give us a B. Come on, you give us a B. I'm giving us an A. How could you give us a B when you have our starters playing well? Quentin Grimes. What Quentin Grimes has turned into is, one, he's great for the Knicks in terms of defensively. He's one of their best defenders analytic-wise. Obviously, he's going to shoot near 40% from 3. Only attempted 5 field goal attempts tonight. So, I mean, he's going to be that guy in the starting lineup that's going to have, the crap end of the stick at some nights. But tonight, when you had Emmanuel quickly playing as well as he did, Josh Hart defensively playing as well as he did, Dante DiVincenzo playing well as he did, sometimes you're going to get these nights where Quentin Grimes is kind of lost in the shuffle a little bit. And do I like to see that? No, because I was really hoping for a breakout year for Quentin Grimes, but it is what it is. I mean, hopefully he can just, find some chemistry with the starters. And we have seen that, We have seen that versus the Bucks. For the Milwaukee Bucks, you saw the upside for Quentin Grimes. Knicks 100 GM, Thibs is putting together a masterclass at defense. Yeah, man, I mean, we're back to our defensive ways, right? We're back to being that dominant defensive team. They're one of the, I believe they're top 5 in defensive efficiency. Analytic-wise, the numbers are there. The offensive rebounding has been there. The defensive rebounding has been there. Julius Randle has been killing it on the boards. Mitchell Robinson has been killing it on the boards. It seems like every night now Mitchell Robinson is grabbing double-digit rebounding. And that's big, man. When you have him with Randle grabbing all of those damn rebounds, huge. Lynette, what's going on. Randall got to know when to hold them and when to share them. Only complaint. 2 complaints about I mean, how many assists did Randall have? 5 assists. 23 points, 5 assists, 16 rebounds. I'm not going to complain about Randall tonight. I'm not. He played great. Julius Randle had a great game, considering the fact that the first 4 games for him were bad. These last 2 games for Julius Randle, we're starting to see him turn the corner. And I love the 5 assists. I love the 4 offensive rebounds. I love the defensive rebounds, the 12 defensive rebounds. And the scoring has been there. 2 of 6 from 3. It seems like he's playing within the flow of the offense. So, look, 5 assists. You're going to get 5, 6, 7 assists from Randle a night. I don't have any complaints from Randle there. The B is because we gave them hope in the 3rd. But we gave them hope in the 4th. The Spurs were giving it to us in the 4th quarter. Knicks kind of, took the pedal off the gas. I mean, took the gas. I mean, you know what I'm saying. They kind of took they let the Spurs in the game, and the Spurs were, I believe they cut it to like 12 or 13, and then they just put the starters back in, and then everyone started hitting their shots, and that was all she wrote. You're gonna have runs. It's the NBA. Knicks were blowing out this team throughout the majority of the night, so Spurs were going to make their run, and they just made the run there in the 4th quarter. So, yeah. Hope that improves your grade, buzzer beater, because a B, I don't know. I want to give them an A, man. This was a pretty great game for the Knicks, man. Pretty great game all around. When you score 126 points and Spurs score 105 points and they only shot 26% from 3, 9 to 34 from 3, San Antonio did, 44 from 90 from the field, They had 13 turnovers. Knicks only had 1 turnover in the second half. I believe they finished with 4 turnovers as a team. 3 or 4 turnovers as a team. That's great, man. 4 turnovers as a team, 28 assists, 47. You can't ask for a better game, buzzer beater. Can't ask for a better game. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Shout out to buzzer beater for that. The defense was lacking in the 4th. Can't do that when we are up against great teams. Yeah, there's times when, we have these lapses. There's times when we allow these teams to get back in the game. But we needed a blowout win like this, through what we've been through these first, 8 games of the season, the ups and downs. We needed a blowout game like this, a stress-free game in Madison Square Garden, in your home court. What did you guys think of the KIF jerseys? I actually thought the city jerseys, I actually thought that, they actually look better in person than I've seen on the internet. There was a couple of times where the Knicks account tweeted pictures of the New York Knicks wearing the city jerseys, and they look good to me. I don't know. I might have to buy one of them jerseys, but they look good. They look better on TV. They look better. I don't know about the court. I don't know how I feel about the court, but Buzzer Beater says, okay, I'll upgrade to an A-. There we go. We're getting there. But yeah, guys, Knicks are now 4-4. We have games against the Hornets coming up, and the Hornets, I believe, just lost to the Wizards, right? So another home game versus a Hornets team that is not good, that you should be able to take care of business, get over 500, get to 5-4. Then you have games at Boston, at Atlanta again, at Washington, and then at the Hornets. So this is when, you could start, compiling these wins here. Get the game versus the Hornets, no excuses, get over 500, and then, we're starting to feel good, but then we'll start to feel good. Then we go to Boston. We always play Boston tough, right? Even we played them tough in the first game. Boston has now lost 2 in a row, I believe. So, we've been through these ups and downs throughout the beginning of the season, but things are starting to click on the offensive end for the New York Knicks. Guys are starting to get over their offensive, Julius Randle starting to get over his offensive struggles. Sorry, I can't even find the words tonight. I mean, I'm tired. But yeah, great game. Let's hit some of these comments. Dainty says, for the Knicks, our starting lineup is kind of crazy. 2 point guard oriented players, RJ Duke, forward, and JB. As long as we keep moving, we top 5. Yeah, we're gonna be top 5. I mean, we're gonna be top 5 in the East, no doubt. As long as everyone stays healthy, especially from what we're seeing. And what I'm loving is that the consistency now from RJ Barrett, it has been there. The consistency from Emmanuel Quickly has carried over from last season, it's there. I mean, he's been awesome. Julius Randle starting to get his footing. Mitchell Robinson. We came into the season thinking that we were gonna get leaps from Grimes, and we're getting a huge leap from Mitchell Robinson and a huge leap from RJ Barrett. Grimes, obviously, we still have tons of season left, so he can, show us what he's capable of, what I think he's capable of. But Mitchell Robinson, what we're seeing from him, we're getting he's better than I mean, he's growing, man. And what we as Knicks fans can just continue to, to watch him grow and continue to obviously root him on. But what we're seeing is his growth has been tremendous, man. He's taking leaps, man. And, he's honestly unstoppable when it comes to grabbing those offensive rebounds. He's awesome. I made a video about Mitchell Robinson grabbing those offensive rebounds too, if you guys want to check that out on the channel. And then it says, somehow we don't always match so well with Charlotte, even though we're a better team. We have to stay focused. That's for sure, man. We have to say, look, we can't have one of these games that it's a trap game. We can't have one of these trap games coming up at MSG against the Charlotte Hornets. We got to beat them. I mean, we're a better team. We're at home. Take care of business. I don't want to, no excuses, right? I mean, enjoy this win. It's been great these past couple of games. Great 2 wins. The offense has been there. But Lynette, you're right, man. We have to, can't have a lapse against the Charlotte Hornets. They still have all-star on LaMelo Ball. They still got players over there. Got to take care of business. Take care of business in Madison Square Garden. Guys, man, this was a great win. Great win all around. If you're new here, obviously hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We will be back against the Charlotte Hornets game, doing the post game for that game. New York Knicks win 126-105. Great game all around. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. I will catch y'all guys next time. Appreciate every single one of you in the chat tuning in. Lynette, Buzzer Beater, Dainty, Tyrone, Knicks 100 GM, and Big Task as always chiming in. Joshua, appreciate every single one of you. We will be back against the Charlotte Hornets. Hopefully that's 3 in a row in Madison Square Garden. Take care of business. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.